I'd like to review the trim command. So what I'm going to do now is undo the last thing that we did and go through this one more time and show some features. I'm going to select trim again. Again, select cutting edges. This line represents that cutting edge, and I have to pick that first. If there are any additional cutting edges I would need to select, I can do so now. Otherwise, right click and then select object to trim. Now, what I want to talk about is the undo feature available to us. Let's say, for example, I trim the wrong segment of the line. Let's say that's not the segment I wanted to trim, rather the other side. What I can do is type U at the command line and enter. That will undo the trim I just completed, and I can come back and select the correct side to trim. Again, if by accident you select on the wrong side, you can undo. Type U at the command line and enter, and that will undo the changes. If I undo one more time, U and enter, it will continue to go back. So it's safe to say that no matter what side you select, if it isn't the one you want, there are ways to correct that. So, finishing off, and since there are no more lines needed to trim, I'm going to right click or hit the enter key. Either way, the command is terminated. Very quickly, if you needed to zoom in a little bit closer or do some other things with the drawing file, that's possible. For example, I could have selected zoom window and selected just this area to look at that very closely and do the trim command or other commands. I can then zoom previous, takes me back. If your drawing was not centered on the drawing screen and you wanted to change that, you could select pan and place it anywhere on the screen that you'd like. Now remember, we are panning the view. We are not moving the objects, because no matter where I place this, right click and exit, the point of origin remains the same. So let me go back, select zoom extents. And typically what I like to do is zoom extents and then select zoom real time and just click and drag down slightly so that the top and bottom portions of my drawing are not at the very edge of the drawing screen. Let me go a little bit more, right click and exit.